The world abounds in change through man's ability.
Welcome to Foulcast, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
I'm Doug.
I'm going to hell.
Good. I mean, what?
Yeah.
How did I say good?
Good.
Yeah, I did a thing this week. I didn't do a thing, I said a thing. Thing that was not very nice.
Well, do you regret it?
No, because fuck him, but still.
Was it deserved?
Maybe not to that degree.
Okay.
I think we need to find out.
Yeah.
Before we even continue this discussion, we need to hear the story.
No, I mean, I was just playing a game online with a friend, and we were talking, and then his son came into the room, and him and his son started talking, and then he was like, just shut up, I'm playing a game with Josh. And his son was like, who names their kid Josh? And his son was adopted. So I said, my biological mother.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
You know what? You know what, though? Bones.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And if I think it's good enough for Bones, you're probably going to hell.
Yeah.
I found
If
something
you're
out
concerned,
today.
there may be some Hail Marys involved, but...
No, I found something out today. They adopted him at 4 months old because his mother was a heroin addict, and he was in the hospital for months going through like withdrawal from that.
Yep.
So yeah, cut a little deeper than I may have realized.
So the kid could hear you.
Oh yeah,
He did know he was adopted.
thankfully.
How old was
Did
the
you
kid?
know that he knew before you said that?
Oh, the kid's like 16 now.
Oh, okay.
Did you know he knew he was adopted when you said
No.
it? Fucking Bones. Fucking Bones, dude.
Yeah, that one cuts a little deep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did apologize to the guy after the fact that I was like, hey, your son knew he was adopted, right?
Did he think it was funny?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I mean, his son changed his Netflix screen name to Penis Head, so...
Afterwards?
No, beforehand.
Like, did he
Okay.
just happen to look while you were still talking? He was like, "Oh, kid just changed his Netflix username to Penis."
So they
Head."
have that, like, I fuck with you, my friends call you adopted. Really kind of relationship.
I don't really know. I don't really know. But, like, he had changed his name to Penis Head, and the guy never, like, really uses Netflix, so it took him forever to find out. But then he changed his own profile to BBC. And the guy's like, do you think I don't know what BBC stands for? So then they're going back and forth about this.
Oh my god.
And he's like, Josh. And that's when the guy's like, who names their kid Josh?
It's a dumb thing to say because it's a very extremely common name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of the most. It's a biblical.
It's a
name.
biblical name. Yeah, it's one of the low effort names. Just open the book, pick one.
Did this kid make it to 16 without ever like hearing the name Josh?
It's
Or was-
possible.
Was he just down on that name for some reason?
It's possible though
No,
because
no.
like kids are names are all fucked up nowadays.
Maybe, but like you would think that you would hear about somebody named Josh at some point in your life. There's
Yeah,
so
but
many.
but to the kid, is it like an old dude name?
I think it was just,
Which is fucking weird.
I'm picking on my dad, and now I'm
Yeah.
going to pick on my dad's friend.
Yeah, sure.
My dad's friend
Yeah, homie, don't
takes
play
the
that.
fucking gloves off.
That's right.
I do love the idea that a name that was one of the most common names for like 1,000 years
Yeah.
or more, like worldwide, in the space of a generation,
Yeah.
maybe two, suddenly became completely
Oh yeah.
obsolete and an old. It's not like Gladys, where
Right, yeah, like,
it's
that's never-
popular for 30 years
Yeah.
and then dies out.
Yeah.
My mom was almost named Beulah.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, Beulah's a good name. That's a woman with childbearing hips is a Beulah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It evokes an image.
It certainly does. Beulah McGillicuddy
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not the,
Yeah, that's the image I get.
Yeah.
She was hot as fuck. She's ECW joke.
She was a porno mag model.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she do porn?
She did the
Yeah.
pornos.
She did.
Huh.
That may make sense. I didn't know she did.
I mean,
That was how to
she
fuck.
didn't do like P and the V porn,
Right.
but she did like magazines, and there was a video of her flicking the bean.
Oh, VHS tape.
Flick, flick.
Couldn't tell what the fuck was going on.
Like a weird Josh.
It's already weird.
Is she naked or is she just spreading mustard on that sandwich?
She naked or is she really into chili? It's one by one, flinging all those Wendy's beans out of there.
I quit the podcast. I can't.
Flicking
Fuck.
beans out of it is.
Well, then I guess she's naked, right?
It's like a song, She Don't Like Jelly, except she don't like beans.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. She don't like jelly.
You know if she don't like jelly,
No, I know.
she uses Vaseline.
Oh no, I don't know that one.
Wow.
Who sang that? Ugly Kid Joe? It's like, I know a girl, she don't use jelly, or she don't like jelly.
That's Flaming Lips.
Yeah, it was.
She don't use jelly. That's what.
Yeah, she uses Vaseline.
I'll go for it. I know it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that one. That old
What was the
that old Negro spiritual.
Well, guys, now you know what you got to record, and I'll release it on zip disk.
no.
I'll release it in a lossless format on zip disk.
I would prefer if we did not do that.
we gotta do that horror blues for Paulie someday, right?
Dude, we gotta find Polly first.
It's one of those songs.
Yeah.
What did Ugly Kid Joe do?
You thought it was Ugly
Everything
Kid Joe.
About You.
Yeah. I feel like if I was gonna like misremember what band did that song, just from the clip that I listened to, it would be Jane's Addiction.
Mm.
I never really listened to the Flaming Lips. I don't.
Yeah, they.
Not really a
me.
thing.
Yeah.
They had a couple good records.
So I found. Did you on YouTube on the YouTube?
And then there you do.
Yeah.
What's
Did you
that?
The Amoeba Records.
Now
channel?
what's that? You know,
Yeah.
you tell us what the YouTube is. I want you to explain YouTube to me like a hick.
Me too. Get the hell out of here, boy.
Me too. No, Amoeba Records does a thing called "What's in My Bag."
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool. Cool.
And I was
series.
watching a bunch of those over the weekend, and I realized I was like,
Those are dangerous because you watch one and,
Yeah.
and the recommended it's somebody else that you really want to know what records they bought
right.
at that
I've
store.
I've actually always been fascinated by like the music I listen to. Like, what do they listen to? Because it's like fun to kind of like see if you can. Oh, I get it. Like I see where that spark of inspiration came from or whatever.
Yeah.
But there are bands on there. I was like, I don't know anything about the Melvins.
Hmm.
I've heard that name a billion times. I knew nothing about these guys. Boy, they look funny.
They did the.
There's some cool looking dudes.
They did Generation Next's theme in Ring of Honor.
Oh, really? Okay.
Interstellar Overdrive, I think it was.
Yeah, them and
They're also apparently like very loud live.
yeah, I did. I knew that.
Them and Dinosaur Jr. are supposed to be like the loudest bands in the world.
Huh.
They were nerding out, buying each other shit.
That's awesome. What about the Taints?
They weren't on there.
No.
I don't know anything about the Taints.
What about the Grundles?
I think it's the same band, just in a different part of the country.
Just got a new singer.
What about the Snithers?
Is that another part of the?
Well, Snither ass and her dick.
Okay. There's a lot of things that
I think I made up the Snither.
I would.
I would assume so.
I think I did.
And I don't
I think you
like,
made up the Taints and Grundles too.
Oh, the bands, yeah, those are all fake, but
And
I think I might have made up the Snither. as,
Yeah,
like,
you
a
might want to
word.
work on the delivery there too, because like, I get like it's Snither ass or pussy because they're like holes, but like there's a whole ball sack in the way.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it could be balls.
But like, well, I mean, a dude's got a taint too.
No, I know.
It's just behind your balls.
It is.
Yeah.
It hides.
So you think that I shouldn't be saying it's neither ass nor dick?
Yeah, it's a little less.
There's real estate in between there.
Yeah, it could be.
It's neither ass nor pussy.
There you go.
Pussy.
Pussy.
Vagina.
She texted me the other day and she said her kids. She's got some bad kids this year. They were in it was like indoor recess or.
It's gonna be one of those years.
It's like indoor recess, and the one kid was like, "I have 2 ball sacks." And she was like, "What?" And before she could even like intervene, another kid was like, "Mrs. G, Grayson said he has 2 ball sacks." And she's like, "I heard."
I'm aware. You don't think I missed that one? Nobody likes a fucking snitch. Go eat your lunch.
Snitches get snithers, son.
Go eat your lunch before one of the other kids eats it for you, bitch.
Oh, that's the kids say the darndest thing episode I'd watch.
Fucking kids.
I wish I wrote down. I during the pandemic there were some good ones when like that school year where everybody went home, the whatever couple months that she was doing online classes. I just remember walking to get like a drink through because she did it in the hers in the living room, and I just walked through to like fill up my water, and I hear like, "My brother has a lot of tissues in his bedroom." I was like, yeah, and I was like,
that happens sometimes.
how old? She's like, he's a teenager.
It's like that time I told my grandma my daddy smokes out of a pipe.
Right.
And my mom was like, no, he doesn't. She really played that one off.
Yeah.
She no-sold it. No, he doesn't.
Would your grandmother have understood what you were getting at?
Oh, she gave my mom the side eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the titty grandma?
Yeah, that's the titty
Oh,
grandma.
that she parties.
Yeah, she didn't care.
No.
My other grandma, my mom's mom, they were living with her while they were trying to grow some weed one time. And, like, they went out of town for the weekend, and, like, she went upstairs and made sure to water their plants, having no idea that they were growing weed. So she went up and watered their weed plants. And, yeah, that's a lovely
It's a sitcom.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, waiting to happen right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Wild parsley.
She had no idea what it was, even when she watered it. She's like, all right, watering the
It's like
plant.
that Sanford and Son
I
episode where
was
Grady
just going to bring it up.
Grady had found some wild parsley growing. He put it in the salad.
This show was so good.
Fucking Grady, man.
Oh. Wild parsley.
So always remember, stop sucking your teeth.
And I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Yeah. That was a good show.
It's my favorite show.
Damn good.
I've been watching some Golden Girls in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was never a Golden Girls guy, but Frasier comes on at night, so I'll put Frasier on because it's not Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the morning, it's just turned into Golden Girls.
I feel like that was always the reason to watch Frasier, right? It's because it's not Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I got choices. I don't want to make that choice.
Yeah.
That is pretty fair. It didn't exactly stick around long after Friends.
Right. Yeah.
We had better things to watch by that point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching King of the Hill.
Now that show.
That's good stuff.
I saw they're going to be bringing it back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing King of the Hill back. They're bringing Futurama back.
Yeah.
But Bender
No.
isn't coming back.
No, he is now.
He is now.
I think he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Like that an agreement was made.
Wait, did John DiMaggio, like...
He held out for more. He felt like he was owed more.
Yeah, he said, it's not just about me, it's about the mistreatment of voice actors in Hollywood. We don't get enough money, which is probably true.
It's probably true.
Probably, yeah.
I wonder if he held out for everybody to get more money, though.
Probably not.
I think everybody was already signed on and they were just waiting for him.
I'd like to think more of Jake the
Like,
Dog, but I don't
yeah,
think
I
he
mean,
held out for everyone.
No, think about that. If you're like the actual star of the show, and the whole show in a lot of people's minds depends on you, like, yeah, you can say you're holding out for other actors, but
Yeah.
it's like baseball players and shit saying like just this past year, last season, the Phillies catcher was holding out to kind of raise the salary for all catchers. And I was like, I mean, yeah, great. Like once he sets that level, that's like catchers of his caliber are now expected to make that much.
Yeah.
But like you're also like real fucking good, and you're like, give me the money.
Yeah.
So
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
it's a win-win.
Yeah, well, honestly, I feel like a voice actor of his stature being asked to do a reboot of one of the most beloved comedy, like, cartoons ever.
Mm-hmm.
If they did offer him an insultingly low amount of money, he should say no.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. I just don't think he necessarily needed to be like, well, it's not just about... It can just be about you.
Yeah, just...
Like, yeah, you particularly should be making more money than they offered you, probably.
Also, when you think about it, Futurama's replayed on like 10 channels all hours of the day. So he is probably rolling in royalty money.
True. That is pretty true.
I
All
don't
the
think
merch
the
that sells has Bender on it.
Futurama family is exactly wanting for cash.
Yeah, probably not.
It reminds me of the story I saw in one of those What's in the Bag. It was Jack Gresham from TSOL.
Mm-hmm.
He bought, I guess, Jack Johnson or something. He's like I don't know, pop singer or something. He was like, I bought this, not because I know anything about it. I don't. He was like, but one day I went out to my mailbox and I had a $4,000 check. And I was like, sweet. But he's like, so I started looking at the paperwork, and I got greedy because they were paying all these other people. So he called the record label and bitched at him because he was like, no, all these other people are getting paid out of my motherfucker. He's like, and I got like 2 other checks before they called me back, and they were like, we fixed the problem, we know what happened. That's not your money. It was supposed to be going to Jack Johnson.
So it wasn't even he wasn't even supposed to be getting these checks.
No. So in turn, they were like, "We'll just pay him out of your royalty checks." He's like, "I haven't seen a check since."
I was gonna say,
I gotta imagine
exactly.
Those TSOL royalty checks probably aren't paying that much, especially nowadays.
Oh my god.
I bought one TSO record and downloaded 13 of them.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Jack.
Oh boy.
This is an interesting style for a punk singer.
Yeah.
Just dress pants and a blazer.
Oh, he's like a mod.
No,
Kinda?
just
Not at all.
No,
Oh.
he's like a shoe salesman. Like,
That's real weird.
like a furniture salesman.
And then instead of dress pants, it was just dresses.
He did that for a while.
He wore dresses for a couple of years.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, you know what?
Now I bet he wears bowling shirts.
No, now it's back to it's like that shirt with a blazer over it and some dress pants.
Like a gym shirt?
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it looked like to me.
Huh.
I watched
Well, of course, that's the style now.
I guess.
And he
for old punk guys.
Yeah.
That's just a fat old man. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in fashion now.
Because like it showed up on the YouTube, and I hit play. I was like, oh, that's like recent. That was like 2020. That was like November. Shit.
And
it was a guy with spiked hair playing guitar, and then he moved, and I was like, who's that old fucking guy? I was like, oh, that's Jack.
I was gonna say they credit him, but they blame him for running punk rock. They blame him for killing punk rock.
Really?
His first band, Vicious Circle. It was a very apt name. They are to blame for like all the violence that exploded in the LA scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
what did they do?
They
They
just
just
got up
instigated
there
violence?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, everyone fucking kill each other. Here's some fast music to do it to. And that was it.
Wow. Oh, I never knew that. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great.
They blame him for bringing like violent dancing to the area. And they say that's the reason all the gangs started coming around.
Because of the violent punks?
Well, the punk.
Yeah,
Oh, the punk gangs.
You know, those evil roving punk gangs.
Yeah.
It was actually like
Yeah,
a
they're pretty
big thing.
fucking-
Like,
yeah.
It was definitely
Yeah,
a thing.
It was pretty bad.
I mean, I've seen SLC punk. Even the mods were a gang.
No, like the NoFX book painted a pretty rough picture of how things were back then.
yeah. Like, Southern California had... I was just watching stuff about it because Fat Mike has a podcast now, too. And he had guys from
Is it called Fat Mike Has a Podcast?
What is it called? Maybe it's like Fat Mike's Fat Mike or something. I don't know.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But, it's a YouTube podcast. And he had on two guys from the Suicidals, which is the gang that formed out of the suicidal tendencies.
Okay.
And then that just... he talked about it in his book, too, but then that turned into talking about the Lads, which is like the LA Death Squad, and FFF. I don't remember what that stood for. But there were a handful of gangs, and it wasn't like, oh, you're not allowed to dance here, or we're gonna rumble shit. It's like, yeah, these people fucking mob you. They will murder you for nothing. They will murder you for being in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there were times that Mike Muir from Suicidal just walked up and stabbed people.
Yeah.
just because he was fucking Mike Muir. Like, he never fought people because they're like, Mike couldn't fucking fight. Like, his short ass couldn't beat anyone.
Which is why he had a knife.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, that's how I'd
Fat
do
Mike
it.
told a story about how he had this friend that was like a football player, and he took him to his first punk show, and it wasn't like a violent punk show. It was like the Dickies, you know? And everybody likes the Dickies. It's not a violent band. It's not a fucking get in the pit and kill each other band. And he lost track of his friend at the show. And when, like, he walked outside, he got stabbed in the chest. Like, he was laying in a bush somewhere. And that just ruined the guy's life. You know, he couldn't play football after that. It took
Oh
him a
my
long time
fucking
to recover.
god.
Yep.
At a Dickies show?
At a Dickies show.
Man, punk was rough.
Out there it was.
Yeah.
And Henry Rollins told a story about John Macias, or whatever his name was, guy from Circle One, where what it turned out was he died by death by cop, suicide by cop. They blew him away on a boardwalk. And the way Henry Rollins told the story is like this real tragic thing. But then you listen to stories about the guy, he was an awful piece of shit. Like that podcast I was just talking about, Fat Mike was talking about how no, it wasn't Fat Mike, it was one of the suicidal guys that was talking about how one time they were just hanging out outside a club and there was like a ice cream truck, but they had Doberman guarding the truck. It was just in like a lot, and John Macias or whatever his name was just picking up cinder blocks and hurling them at the dogs.
Jeez.
Killed a bunch of dogs for some ice cream. Thought it was a riot. Like, yeah, that's just the kind of guy he was. Sometimes he was cool, but he was a fucking maniac is what they basically said.
That's like punk was, do whatever you want, and that attracted like the fucking loons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if Henry Rollins has a story to tell about you, you did something memorable.
Yeah.
That guy has a lot of fucking stories, and if he's gonna haul yours out of the bank, it's gotta be good.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the whole story was, but like he painted the guy as just this like gentle giant and just a good dude. And then you're like, well, he went off his rocker one day. But then you turn around and you listen to it, and it's like, oh, this guy's like a serious member of these punk gangs. And he went off his rocker a lot more than one day. Whole lot more than one day.
Like he went off his rocker a long time ago and stayed there.
Yeah.
I don't really see the appeal of a punk gang. Like,
you don't think if our crew started roving the streets with switchblades, snapping our fingers West Side Story style?
well, first of all, we can't rove very far. You got the gout and I got plantar fasciitis.
We can get rascals.
That's my kind of gang. I'm going to be a scooter gang.
I can't snap my fingers either.
I'll snap, you stab.
No, Ken's going to have to make the snapping noise with his mouth. He's
Yeah.
like,
That's exactly what I would do. I swear to God this happened. One time I had it was like a switch of some sort, light switch or something came out of an electronic or something, and I had it in my pocket and I was seeing if I could like fake it. I was like, maybe this is how I can start snapping my fingers.
Were you able to get it?
No, I couldn't. No. The
Time
problem
on
is
his
my fingers don't. I can't get the pads of my fingers together. I can't do that.
You can't do that?
No, see, like it doesn't happen.
Can you do it with your forefinger?
I can go like that. My fingers don't do that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how it works. No.
It actually doesn't feel great. I mean, you're not really missing anything.
I was surprised to learn that like Bad Religion was part of one of those gangs.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That does. I mean, that is surprising, but it also isn't.
Were they like the medics?
Well, they weren't violent. They just fucking.
They're part of the fucking LA Death Squad.
They just came up and they just what's the word? I don't know. Fuck it. Outsmarted you to death.
I feel like
I
they
had
were
an idea
also.
there that
They've
felt
been
right.
old since punk began,
Yeah.
right? Like, what were they doing in a fucking gang?
I don't know, but I just found out that there's an R in Greg's last name. I just found out this weekend. It's Graffin.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I thought it was Gaffin.
No, that's Dave Geffen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought they were very similar.
No.
Greg Graffin won't suck your dick. He'll stab you with his Harvard diploma.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. You're blowing my mind telling me that fucking Bad Religion was in a gang.
It's weird to look at them because, like, I mean, they were kids. They had to be like 15 back then. So
I guess
it's easy to get sucked up in all that shit. But it's still weird because they were always kind of like the intellectual band of that like early LA punk hardcore scene.
Yeah.
Like when it stopped being all artsy and stuff and just
I just don't see
kind of aggressive.
other than like, yeah, I'm a punk and I hang out with punks, like other than like destruction, like it's not like they're like running guns and shit.
I mean,
At
they
that
eventually
point-
were writing songs about like how violence sucks.
Yeah. Well, because they lived it, I can understand.
I guess so. Yeah,
But,
that wasn't
like-
while they were in a gang. That
I think that's mostly the people that got stabbed by those gangs. that was a wave that came after them.
Yeah.
Well, that's
The victims.
Yeah.
they were the ones in the gang that got stabbed by the
Yeah.
other gang. Because I mean, look, Bad Religion in a gang. I can't imagine they weren't getting stabbed, right?
I don't imagine Bad Religion got into some shit. No. I imagine people were like, well, fuck, they're in that gang, but fuck, it's also Bad Religion.
Yeah. I don't really want to... Like, if we're going to fight, let's fight. I don't really need to hear about it for 45 minutes before we fight. Like, you want to talk about cutting a promo. I'm sure Bad Religion can cut a motherfucking promo.
There was time Fat Mike ran into a guy in the Suicidals. They were at a Black Sabbath concert or something, like hours away from Southern California. And the reason he ran into the guy up there was because the guy was in hiding because he stabbed someone. Like they fucking did. But the guy saw him wearing maybe a Bad Religion shirt. And he was all pissed off about it. He's like, how the fuck are you wearing another gang shirt? And Fat Mike wasn't even in a gang. Fat Mike was just kind of cool with everyone.
Man.
That's the shit. Like, remember when we were in, was it Cincinnati? And they were like, you can't wear that. It was integrity.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shit blows my mind. Like, yo, dude. He was like, you got some balls wearing that shirt around here. It was like, what?
Oh, man.
DeWitt kicked a pregnant girl 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Holding on to it?
And we were like, yeah, cool. And then every one of us was thinking, what the fuck was a pregnant woman doing at a hardcore show?
Right.
Close enough that she could get kicked.
Yeah, like, hang on at the back, maybe.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have done that, but,
Maybe she was hanging out at the back and would stop the show. And he was like, you!
Yeah, maybe. It's possible. He just said, clear the room.
Come on up here.
Yeah.
And
Kick you.
I mean, he ran out to kick her, and it wasn't like she stood there and took it. So they probably chased each other around in a circle for a couple minutes,
Like Benny
and
Hill
then DeWitt
style.
outsmarted her and ran back the other way.
Yeah.
And that was when he got the kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ran around a table for like 5 minutes until he's like, I'm just going to move the table.
Yeah, and in that case, I mean, he kind of earned it.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
I mean, I don't understand being in a punk gang, but I guess back in that day, it was dangerous to be a punk.
Yeah. So you might as well have protection.
you kind of
like prison.
roved
Yeah.
with
In
people.
It's, when you're in prison, a lot of people are like, this is my prison gang because I don't want to fucking get shanked for no reason.
Mm-hmm. And then for whatever reason, it turned into territorial shit. Like suicidals are here, and this gang's here, and you don't come past this fucking street. I don't get that. Because you'd think, like, oh, we're fucking punks. We're all on the outside of this. Why are we fighting each other when all the fucking rednecks and shit, cops want to fuck with us?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a little bit of a mind fuck. Like, you got to be able to find some kind of common ground.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
you could say the same thing about the Crips and Bloods, though, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it does come down to like drug running and shit like that. Because
Okay, yeah.
there are stories that a lot of those groups got into that.
Oh,
shit.
I'm sure that, yeah. I'm sure they were. It sounded like in those early years, it was just like, we just fuck shit up together.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what we do. We want to fuck shit up, and we're violent, and we just need somebody to have our back while we're doing violent shit.
Yeah. Then old fucking Jack Grisham's like, hey, my band's called Vicious Circle, so live up to the name. Jello Biafra got blamed for stage diving.
Like, for popularizing it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was an interview with a guy from Dr. No. And he was talking about just all the shit people introduced that kind of ruined the early, like, artsy, fun punk scene. And turned it into, like, violent, drug Nazi hardcore.
Yeah.
I've actually, it was another thing I remembered, and I was YouTubing, was Guttermouth. Never a Guttermouth fan.
Me neither.
But I just remember that reading an interview with their singer and how regretful he was that he started telling the audience to spit on him.
You're never going to get them to stop.
Yeah. That made me laugh because it's just like, they're still playing shows, and I'm sure they're still getting spit on. That's gotta fucking suck so bad.
I mean, if Guttermouth is still playing shows, they deserve to be spit on. Guttermouth fucking sucked.
Yeah, the show.
I just fight with P Fresh about that all the time.
I never heard a song that I even remembered.
I remember their compilation song. It was like 1, 2, 3 Slam. And I think they covered some West Side Story songs.
I'm thinking back to every punk show I've ever been to that was at like a kind of conservative venue. Like the MCSO. And they had signs up that were like no moshing, no stage diving. And thinking at the time, that's fucking lame, it's a punk show. You're gonna mosh, you're gonna stage dive. Those are two of the coolest things about going to a show. And now looking back, it's like, no, those things are actually kind of stupid. You probably shouldn't do those things, especially at the MCSO. They don't have a medic on hand.
Fucking needed one after they pepper sprayed us.
Right.
I'm of the mind, let the kids do what they want. We had fun with it many moons ago. Now we're old, and it's like, even watching that makes my bones hurt. So
Yeah.
When we at the Trioxin shows, it was. I had a very strange experience because
can't remember my body moving like this.
once it was like it was a very equal amount of old energy for the Blitzkid crowd. It was like nobody was really pushing too hard.
We're all tapping our feet.
Everybody was kind of moving in the same old man way.
And then Richard Roman Reigns crossbodies the audience.
Yes. Richard brought that California energy that I threw my arm around him just to say hi, and I was not ready for the ride he took me on. But this whatever day it was, I wanted to get up with Eric and Rachel, so I was up close in the crowd during the Roving Midnight set, and that's a whole different crowd. I was like, children. It's weird. It's weird, right?
It's weird.
It's like,
I mean, great, good for them.
yeah. I mean, I guess
If your fan base is younger,
yeah,
you have a fan base longer.
it's just weird because it was like, okay, like
However, if your fan base is older, you're going to sell more merch.
yeah.
It's
Exactly.
very true. Those kids
That's
don't
a hell of a double dip he got going on there. He set himself up for retirement.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why they Maybe Giants does kids shows and all ages shows. I bet. You know, keep it circulating.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was weird. It was like I was there the night before, and it was familiar faces and happiness, and then it was people I don't know, and it felt fucking bizarre.
God.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
So, unless we have more to discuss on the subject, I was going to bring it away from old punk stuff. So, speaking of pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Wet and wonderful.
Pussy. That's all I have, Dad.
So the Commodore Amiga operating system, even in the mid '80s,
These things are very, very intrinsically linked.
Yes, they
linked.
are.
I said linked.
Oh, man.
I never licked an Amiga.
Yes, you have.
I should have said I've licked an Amiga.
Yeah.
That would have been way funnier.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly a denial afterwards.
No, you're right. I've licked an Amiga. So it has a text-to-speech application built into it.
Okay.
You can just open up a window and type things in, and when you hit enter, it will say it back to you, and it's built into the system, which was fucking mind-blowing for mid-'80s. You would normally have to spend hundreds of dollars on extra hardware to get something like that, and software. So I was playing with it while I was like copying discs and stuff, because I don't know if you remember how slow fucking floppy disks are, but
They're slow.
ooh-wee, are they fucking slow. It takes 10 minutes to fill up a floppy disk with data. That's not okay. Anywho, text-to-speech technology back then wasn't super awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't, like, have the ability to, like, parse the context of the word you typed. So it pronounced things based on the letters you used, not the word that it made.
Which is not a good thing for the English language.
It's not. So you would have to kind of type phonetically.
Yeah.
There's one word that I was not able to get it to pronounce the vowel sound properly.
Uh-huh.
And it's pussy.
Okay.
I got it to say pussy. And I got it to say pussy.
Pussy.
I think I even got pussy out of it.
Hmm.
But I could not get it to say pussy. And I could not figure out...
Hey, Earl, I smell pussy.
I could not figure out how to spell the word pussy that it would pick up.
Ugh. Yeah, it's a weird sound.
I considered going on an Amiga like subreddit and asking how to make that sound, but like I felt like if I did it, it would be dishonest if I didn't just admit that I was trying to get it to say pussy.
Yeah. I mean, you could just say, I'm trying to get my Amiga to say pussy.
That's what I would do. I'm still thinking about doing it.
I mean, I'm sure someone would answer you fairly quickly. Because if you have
Probably.
something that is text to speech, you know how people are going to use it.
I mean, I did go on a Japanese to English, or an English to Japanese translation subreddit, and just straight up say, how would you say necrophilia? And I got a very detailed and culturally revelatory answer from one of the translators there. And they even gave me the translation of the entire fictional anime that I was trying to get the Japanese title for. Turns out, it's Densetsu no Shikansha Miyu, which means legend. I'm translating that as legendary corpse fucker Miyu.
I do remember you bringing this up.
Yeah.
Yep. And so they were like, this is what legendary corpse fucker Miyu sounds like in Japanese.
Legendary corpse
and
fucker.
they gave me the Japanese characters to use for it as well. So I could make a poster with Japanese text on it that says that. Very, very proud of that.
That's what you need to get a tattoo. Yeah, people get like fucking wrong Japanese and Chinese kanji anyways, tattoos anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just get legendary corpse fucker. That's a pretty badass tattoo to get.
It's going to be a hidden song.
Who's that about?
We'll figure
I don't
out.
want that to be about
Neo.
me.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm assuming Mio's the name of the legendary corpse fucker.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
it's
She's a
about
girl,
Mio.
though.
That's fine.
Pussy.
It's harder to be a corpse fucker as a girl.
Yeah. You gotta get them fresh, because the dick doesn't stay hard for all that long
Yeah.
after they die.
Well, I mean, do you gotta fuck a dick to fuck something? Fuck a corpse?
No, you don't.
No.
You
Yeah.
don't really. But, I mean, I feel like that's probably... that would probably be a high up on the bucket list.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple levels of corpse fucker. Like, there are probably people that are just like, I want to mutilate a body and fuck into everything. You know, those kind of guys.
Yeah.
You've all met one.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a guy like that. But then there are people who are just like, I don't want to, I just kind of want to have a body that I can do whatever I want with. Because I don't want to go out on dates and shit. So it might just be easier if I just get a dead body. Like that logic tracks, I think. I mean, I don't say it's a good thing. I'm just trying to figure out how one ends up in corpse fucking. That's all. And if
That's
you're
like not even a Tim Taylor confused grunt.
and if you're in that crowd, then you probably do need a fresh male body because you know, as discussed, if you're just one of the I just need meat to build holes out of.
I just need meat. Bill. Cardinal ass Ken over there.
Oh, I don't even like that.
You made it sound grosser than it had to, because you could have just said, I need meat to put holes in.
Nope.
Or even make holes in.
No, I had to go
make
in.
holes
I had
out
to
of.
go
Build
in game
holes
with it.
out
Yeah, I
of.
had to build. Bob
I need
the
to
Builder.
build holes out of this
Ed the
meat.
Builder.
What if we just got a glimpse at the real Ken? And in time, he realized, like, I gotta save this before whoever hears this realizes.
Well, the real test will be if, you know, being that I'm the one that releases the show. If this makes it into the edit or not, right?
If this doesn't make it into the edit, don't worry, we won't tell you.
We'll just look at you real funny.
Yeah.
We will know. Yeah. I'll probably tell Casey. But like other than that,
I mean, I think Casey would fuck a corpse, though. So, we might have a dangerous duo
yeah, I mean,
on our
you're
hands.
probably not wrong. I don't actually know if she would fuck a corpse, but
Probably not.
she'd at least claim that she would.
Yeah, I think Casey would be like, hey, anything once.
Yeah, pretty much.
As long as it's like a willing corpse.
She went to culinary school.
Like, before they died, they
They're
were
getting
like,
enthusiastic consent from a corpse.
well, like before they died, they're just like, yo, I'm not gonna make 10 more minutes, but when I'm gone, feel free. Yeah, maybe she would then. I don't know. It's your wife. What are you looking at me for?
I mean, I've already told her I don't give a fuck what she does with my body after I die. I didn't really realize that I was saying immediately after I die, but like, hey, you know what? More power to her.
She gets a call from me.
I don't
Yo,
know if
Casey, I'm gonna need some of that meat.
Oh, build some holes out of it.
Oh man,
Oh.
that's what I get for listening to death metal this week.
Oh boy. Now, was it death metal or was it like Coolio?
No, D wanted to go to Kohl's, so I said, okay, just drop me off at the bookstore, and I was just thumbing through the back of the horror mags, and I have free Apple Music, so I was just listening to whatever bands I found there as I walked around the store.
I'm glad you said Coles, because when I heard the C, I thought you were going to say, do you want to go to Cannibal Corpse?
yeah, right. She said she would go
Like,
to a
what
Huntington.
the hell is
She
happening
said
with
she would be willing to go to a Huntington show, a former Christian punk band.
Yeah.
But what she really wants to go see is Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah. Or anal cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She couldn't. No.
No, she couldn't even say the name of the band.
Piney Hoo Ha is all she could get out of her.
Look, Piney Hoo Ha is the name of my anal cunt tribute band.
Homework for D. You got to give her an anal cunt track list and have her make the song titles
that'd be
PG.
amazing. I'll return next week with that.
No,
That press online.
you're going to get divorced if it happens. It's like, Kenneth, why do you know anything about this band?
Honey, I swear I got everything off of Wikipedia.
What's that show? Oh yeah, that's right. We were watching Who's Line and they were playing ska music, and I was trying to explain skanking to her, and she was like, "I think you need to show me." And I was like,
Skank?
"I don't think I can anymore."
I don't know if your body moves like that anymore.
I got plantar fasciitis.
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
Right.
It was real bad that night. Actually, I was like, "You want me to dance? Meanwhile, our next step after the show is for you to go upstairs and wrap ice against my foot."
Yeah. Do you got the brace?
Yeah.
The night brace where you like gotta strap your toes up weird and shit?
Yeah. Yep. Just got that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm ordering one too.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Getting old's fucking weird.
I'm almost glad that it just turned out to be gout in my case. Because they thought it could be plantar fasciitis for me, too.
I mean, I was thinking about it the other day when I was wondering if I was dying or not. Like, it used to be real easy just to blow off whatever weird feelings you had.
But nothing is quick nothing just, it's always sticks around now.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, maybe this is a thing. Why is it a thing? I am old, so it could definitely be a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. No, fuck, I
How
am old.
serious of a thing
Yeah.
is it, though?
Yeah.
You have that realization, like, several times a day, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, but I'm old, though. So, yeah.
It's like, it makes sense because I'm old that this can have become a thing sometime recently.
Why did that 12-year-old just laugh when I walked past? Oh, no, I'm old.
Listen here, you little shit. I used to wear Jenko twin pipes.
They were the coolest.
Oh my god, could you imagine that midlife crisis?
No, twin cannons. Pipes were the regular Jenkos.
Walking around with that fucking
Oh.
bunch of old men with swollen ankles. Jenko's not looking nearly as big as they used to.
Why do these fit so well now?
Oh, God.
Might as well tuck my shirt into them.
Oh, God. Fuck, dude.
That reminds me, though, there's a picture of Hulk Hogan out there
Oh,
with his
Jenkos.
shirt tucked into his Jenkos.
Yup, black shirt tucked into Jenkos and a do-rag.
Fanny pack.
And he's got a fanny pack and a do-rag.
Excuse me. Yeah. Hulk Hogan, man.
Oh, man. What a twat. So, we have a comment from our listenership this
Okay.
week. Brinker's catching up on his podcast.
Oh, no.
And so he heard us talking about the metal album that they made for the Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah, Star-Lord.
Yeah. And he said it was painful for him to listen to us try to figure out what genre of metal the record was when it was clearly power metal.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in all fairness, only one of us heard it.
The one person in the group that has heard it doesn't really know the difference.
Well, I played a little bit of it, but like having heard it and somebody says, "Well, that's power metal," I'm like, "Oh yeah, it totally is." Like it was 100% power metal.
It's death metal when they go. That's the difference between metal and death metal.
Well, yeah. He told me, Doug, in your defense, you did at least mention Hammerfall, so you got so close because they're complete like middle of the road generic power metal band.
Okay.
I don't even remember hearing it.
He played a little bit off.
It was a little bit, yeah.
I feel like I've entered Doug territory where I don't recall previous shows anymore.
Mm-hmm. How's it feel?
I mean, I have enough on my mind, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
we just talked about it. Now he's worried he's got like Alzheimer's.
The Alzheimer's.
Yeah. I have something to think about tonight if I remember it.
You won't. Don't worry.
No.
It's actually fine because you won't.
No, I'm going to be thinking about my car windshield.
Yeah.
Now,
ugh, that sucks.
I was listening when I was at the bookstore. I was listening to a band called VHS.
A band called VHS.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a movie called VHS.
No, it's not that. It's band.
There's also, I don't
album-
know if you know this, there's actually a video format called
There was,
VHS.
Yeah.
Never watched VHS, but
Neither did
I looked up the titties in VHS.
Nice. I've seen a lot of titties on VHS.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
It was like the premier titty format for a while.
Was there titties in the movie VHS?
Yeah.
Oh, you looked them up.
And like all 3 or 4 of them.
I think I only saw the first 2, but like I don't specifically remember titties. Were they not good titties?
Oh, they were probably great titties, but I've seen a lot of titties on the internet.
Right, true.
Graded on a curve there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I looked them up at least a week ago, so.
In that time, how many titties do you think I've seen? Like,
Well, the album that I read the review of is called "I Heard They Suck Blood," and it's all like metal songs about vampire movies.
about vampire movies specifically?
Yeah, like there's
Okay.
one called Frog Brothers. It's about Lost Boys, and there's one. I don't know. The chorus is Martin, Martin, why do you drink blood? It's about the Martin movie Martin.
I was gonna say it's probably about Martin.
Yeah, they say it quite frequently.
Very, very original songs here.
Yeah.
They're not obscuring their subject matter like Blitzkid did.
Oh yeah,
With-
so obscure.
Was it Myers October
Yeah,
31st?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nobody knows what that song's about. You got to really read into the lyrics.
But the reason
Candyman's a real riddler, too.
I query our astute.
Fair.
I query our listener to get back to Doug on this because I like hearing things through Doug.
I can tell you all kinds of things.
You can't. I know. That's why I like it coming from you. The review said that it was a punk metal band, so I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I listened to the record, and I don't hear anything punk in it. It's just death metal. So I don't know where they got the punk from. It's some
This is VHS?
VHS. I heard they suck. ... Blood. It's the name of the record. Apparently, it's punk metal, according to this fella that listened to that reviewed it. I didn't hear any punk. Still listen to it. Didn't hate it either, but I don't know any. I know fuck all about metal. These birds know
Sorry,
a
I got distracted.
thing or two about metal.
I don't know. RBG is so kind of, she's salty today.
Yeah, no, she was.
Doug went to work. That was not allowed. And when he came home, she was pissed off. She walked with.
Look at
She's
her.
agreeing.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
She's like,
Fucking
hey,
asshole.
fucking Doug. I mean, she strutted through that cage. Though. It was like, that was an aggressive RBG walk.
Well, yeah, Gamera was being her normal self, and when I came in, Ruthie was right there with her,
Yeah.
tearing at tearing at the cage. So I get it. Yeah,
She gave Doug a little snip.
I believe it.
Yeah, she totally did, like several times.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like I'm gonna make a jab at you to let you know I'm pissed off and then we're cool.
Yeah.
Like she's mad.
Yeah, she's like,
She's not
You're
okay
gonna
with
remember
it.
this.
I don't know. She looks disheveled. She looks like she's been drinking all day. you put a little Jack in that water bowl?
I didn't. Casey filled the water this morning though, so who knows? I don't think she put Jack in
I would hope not, but she's giving me the fucking look now.
That's a Jim Beam glare right there.
there.
Look,
She wants to fight somebody.
just because we both got beards doesn't mean I'm Doug.
Love you, baby bird.
Hey, well. She's like, I
Love
love
you, baby
nothing.
bird.
I love nothing.
Yeah, she's quiet today too.
Mm-hmm.
All the vocals in this episode are going to Gamera.
Yeah. Baby.
I heard I drink blood, motherfucker.
Oh, that's right. I picked up my phone because I wanted to. I wanted to pull up some VHS on Spotify. Are they on Spotify?
I imagine if they're on Apple.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
Totally. VHS.
So this is you're hearing it first. New track from I Drink Blood.
I heard
But-
they suck.
New track from I Heard They Suck.
Blood.
Blood.
I heard they suck. ... Blood.
Is that the album?
That's the album.
Okay,
It's about vampires.
because it's like No Effects. I Heard They Suck live.
Exactly.
So that's where the punk
Which
comes
is-
in.
Why I had trouble finding the album, because I kept searching VHS. I heard they suck live.
And it doesn't help that No Effects today. I heard they still suck live.
Yeah.
Hey, Grant. What's with the sunburn? You can't take the sun? No, ain't that so? Old Bart can't take the sun. He lives in the damn desert.
That's pretty metal. We're halfway through a punk song by now.
Right?
Especially when I've written.
This one's a little bluesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this passage is a little punk and roll.
Yeah, you could call it like.
Fucking Pumpkin Roll's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could kind of call that a little bit rockabilly there, but like.
But yeah, I think the vocals would
This is death metal, right?
put them. I don't know if it's death metal.
This could have been a Germs track.
I definitely think it could not have been
It's
a Germs
way
track.
too. It's way too
Technically competent?
unintelligible.
Okay, yeah, I'd lean
death
this
metal?
closer towards death metal.
I would not describe that as punk in any way, shape,
Yeah,
or form.
I know. I don't.
Like, granted, that was one
Maybe-
track, but I picked a track at random.
Maybe it's.
I mean, not like Cannibal Corpse death metal, but in the carcass realm of death metal.
Okay.
You know, keep on rotting in the free world. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. Maybe it's just they have a punk attitude about their death metal or something. I don't know.
It might
Sure.
be something to delve
The
into a
album
little
cover.
more.
And you know,
Yeah.
the attitude. Maybe a lot of metal bands take themselves very seriously. Not all. A
No.
lot. They don't seem to take themselves very seriously.
Yeah, didn't you hear Type of Negative's practical joke?
That was a really good joke.
It was like where it wasn't grounded or something. They were like,
Yeah.
we got so funny on yous guys.
The first track of the album was called Bad Ground. and it was just line buzz for 10 seconds or something like that. And they're like, we hope you liked a little joke. I'm Peter.
My name Joshua Silver.
They never did it for me.
Silva.
I love Typo Negative. I love like goth metal and goth rock and stuff too. So like, yeah, Typo Negative's great, but like at the same time, there were some goofy motherfuckers.
It was a band I didn't get into until long after Peter Steele died, and it's a band I got into after I forgot how to get into music, so I still couldn't tell you pretty much which song is which.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that I do miss that, being able to listen to a record, break it down, say, wow, that had
I got
music on it.
October Rust back in, I think, middle school. So that would have been the era of the box. So yeah, I got October Rust in maybe 8th grade. And it wasn't fast enough in comparison to everything else I was listening to. So I was like, this really isn't my thing.
That's fair.
A little too devilish for my Christian ass back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And now I'm there. It's a little too slow for my old ass.
if your songs were longer than 1 minute and 27 seconds, I didn't have much to say to you. That's even Minor Threat songs that went over the threshold. It's like, come on, guys, I can tell the direction you're taking the band. I do not approve.
No, and there is an issue there, because who wants a Minor Threat song that long?
Yeah.
There are some good punk songs that are reasonable length, but they're not Minor Threat songs. Like it's not.
I will say once Minor Threat got comfortable writing songs longer than 1.5 minutes, they wrote some good songs. Yeah. Salad Days is a fucking awesome Minor Threat song.
I think we were going to start covering that before my high school band broke up. We're going to start covering Salad Days. Yeah.
Probably weren't going to cover filler, huh?
No.
You should do an X-rated version.
I mean, that's the first Minor Threat song I heard was Salad Days, because Brad was like, "Here, we're going to cover this song." I was like, "Okay."
You should do an X-rated version of X-Wing called X-Wang.
X-Wang.
I noticed that Ken got All Hallows Stream 2 up.
They did another one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't even hear about it.
I was giving that a listen to on the drive over. I do not think they were as excited about these songs as they were the first batch.
The old songs sound really good. The Terrifying Tales, they sound very good on that.
So these are the definitive versions of those songs.
They finally, I think that when it was like, oh shit, we can't tour, well, we might as well
it
finally get around to that volume 2.
I like that record. So I'll be very interested.
It's a great record.
Yeah.
But I do think that you could tell with like the first set of songs, these are the songs this band was working on for years, and even the old songs, they were the songs they were modernizing into the band they became.
They're the songs that they're proud of.
Yeah.
And All Hallows Stream is very much the songs they don't play anymore, sounding like the songs they don't play anymore. I mean, I don't want to say it sounded like they were falling asleep on some of them, but some of them definitely did not have the
energy
kick that
the modernizing, the modernizing.
Okay, it was just a real straight performance.
Yeah,
of the song.
a better recording of, more proficient, better recording of.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah,
but like if you like, The Howling is a song they played all throughout, and you could tell because they added new vocal harmonies, whereas when they play Slayera, it's just Slayer.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean,
it's a good song. It always
stuff
was.
needed that. Yeah, those songs should have been modernized at some point. Anyways, I like that. But there's no. And you are in that weird, like they were around long enough that they did have 2 full shows of material to not play the same songs over and over.
Yeah.
On both, but like, then you're in the situation where you shot your wad. your best wad first.
Yeah, you
So-
yeah.
It was bound to happen.
Oh, in All Hallows Stream 3, maybe they'll get the rights to their other songs back.
Yeah, exactly.
I always expect when a band puts out a Volume 2 Greatest Hits that it's going to be like
Less.
not as good
Yeah,
as the first, because like you picked literally the greatest hits.
it makes sense.
You've got the second greatest hits now. And I think like there have been a couple of bands that kind of subverted that, like Queen, Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2. Greatest Hits Volume 2 is just as good as Greatest Hits Volume 1, but that's Queen.
Cockney Rejects Greatest Hits Volume 2. All completely new songs.
I mean, that's awesome. Were they good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good record.
They didn't do a Greatest Hits Volume 1 either, though, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did. Was it
All
actually
completely new songs.
Was it? Ah, you guys.
Who was the band that did Great Ass Tits?
The Nobodies.
Nobody said, yep.
Oh,
I was like that, too.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that wasn't really a greatest hits as much as it was just a singles collection.
Yeah.
I love when
they wrote a porn star they really liked. We're like, hey, can we put a picture of your tits on the cover? Here's a Nobody's shirt. And that's what happened.
I'd show my titties for a t-shirt. Nobody wants to see my titties, but yeah.
Just wait till the Hidden writes greatest hits.
Yeah, it's not going to be Great Ass Tits. Greatest Tits.
You know how some bands will do greatest
It'll
hits?
be your tits.
It'll be good tits.
Yeah. Quality titters.
It'll be Doug's tits.
Yeah.
Doug's tits.
Douglas tits.
Yo, Douglas Tits is actually...
You can use a picture of my boobs
I
on
will
that album
sign off
cover.
on that in a heartbeat.
So, you know how some bands will do a greatest hits album and it's called like greatest hit plus 13 other tracks?
Yeah, right.
Because, you know, they're one-hit wonders and they want to be tongue-in-cheek about it. I feel like the Hidden's greatest hits is going to be greatest hit, period, and there's one track on it.
No, it's going to be... No, we're going to get around to finishing our songs, and then
It's going to be your album.
we're going to let you not hear any of the songs with lyrics, just like we did just like with Blind Ed, and it's going to be Douglas Hits.
Do you still have that?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
no,
do.
no, no.
I hope you didn't want to master it any better than it is, because I don't have the stems anymore.
No, and even when I listened to the finished demo version, that ending still has, in my head, you're still singing about...
Yeah.
Oh,
motion
it's in my
television.
head too, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't listen to that version. Obviously, I deleted that shit. But I don't know, for some reason it stuck with me too. And when I listen to the demo, I'm always like, why isn't he singing this part?
I do feel like something should be there.
In my head, it was going to be a soundbite
Yeah,
of
right.
people getting fucking massacred by zombies, but I didn't touch it for 5 years.
Right. And it's a
Something,
demo.
something needs to happen there. And if it's just Doug, it's the only thing I've heard in that space. So.
No, I can report that in the past week, everything has been updated.
Sweet.
Everything has a uniform guitar sound now, so it doesn't sound like... You know, it wasn't like, all right, I'm going to use this amp sim on this, and this amp sim on this, and this... That there is a tone that is recognizable across all the songs now.
All right. Or Phil Spector. I almost called you Arlen Spector. That's a different guy. All right, Phil Spector.
Arlen Spector.
All right, Arlen Spector.
He's like a senator or something, right?
Yeah. I think like a super racist one.
Yeah, pretty sure, yeah. All right, Arlen Spector.
That brings me to the second thing. The album's going to be called Songs of the South. No, I mean, it made sense to pick something that worked and use it instead of keep toying with a million different sounds so that every song sounds like a different band.
I better find my sample settings then. Because the drums are... I think I have them. Yeah, I have them saved. I did have my sample settings saved.
So this is like Blind Dead is coming together as like a final
Yeah.
Like a release candidate version of,
Yes.
of the song.
RC1. Yeah, you heard the beta version.
Yeah.
Yes. The music itself feels like it's been kind of mixed. I mean, I don't know how to make vocals really sit in a track yet, which is a big challenge because like the demo version, it sounds kind of hollow, but it also sounds so far above the music. Like it,
Right,
the
I know what you're
vocals
saying.
sound much louder than the music, and it makes them sound even more hollow, like thin. So.
Sorry, I just had the image in my head of an album called Doug's Tits.
So yeah, I mean, figuring out how to do vocals is the challenge I'm at right now. Which, I mean, I'm hoping I can get it done with the SM57 because I'm still not sure I'm getting that microphone back from Justin. But if I keep trying it this weekend and it doesn't seem to be working, I'm just going to text him and be like, hey, can you bring that mic over next week so I can at least try it out?
Swap it out for the one that you're trying to use now.
I don't know if we'll use I don't know if he's even using it.
Probably
But-
not.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's using for his documentary thing.
I mean, it's the kind of thing where if he's had it that long, he's probably forgotten that he has it.
But yeah, and I don't know if that'll even sound good because that's like a fairly professional microphone.
And the rest of the setup's not.
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm
excited to hear it.
I think the music all sounds good.
I'm excited to lay down a new vocal track of my version on top of it. I could do better. I could do better than that.
And it's not
Performance, don't change the lyrics. Just performance.
Oh, I'm not changing the
Yeah,
lyrics
okay,
at all.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
It's
I'll
a-
get my timing better.
It's not just the hidden that's done. The where Russell's covers are done. The Lisa Frank EP.
I forgot we did those.
Did we write both of those?
You wrote.
I don't want to be a holosexual.
I forgot
No,
we did those.
No.
you wrote. I want to be.
Oh, I want to be a holosexual?
And then
Okay.
you said
That was the easier one to write.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I was like, hey, you got any lyrics for the Sloppy Seconds one? And you were like, oh, I found out Lisa Frank's a piece of shit, so I don't really want to write it.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So I wrote the lyrics on I don't want to be a holosexual.
You know what's even better about that? Lisa Frank didn't use like holographic stuff on anything.
No,
it was
she
just
didn't.
like neon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Neon colors, but like, who cares?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a punk record. Who gives a shit?
It's like it's like the fucking Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Like even it didn't actually happen.
Nobody's
but
gonna think anything.
You know
of it.
exactly what we're saying, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So those two songs are very close to being finished. They just need vocals as well.
Totally forgot.
Very nice.
But yeah,
Oh, I forgot all about that shit.
musically, it's all done.
Mm.
And I don't know that all the hidden tracks will be used because there's some stuff that just doesn't sound very. It's so try hard.
Well, not every song's gonna be a winner when you write it.
like when you write "Be Troubled" in high school.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just trying to sound spooky and shit. These lyrics are kind of dumb. Can I make anything better
Yeah.
to go with this music?
Look, I was fucking shocked when you told me I wrote Blind Dead.
I-
I was like, no, I didn't. What are you talking
Those
about?
lyrics are pretty clever.
you didn't do all of Blind Dead.
Sure, I
would
know
say,
I didn't.
No, but
I don't believe I
I
did any of it.
I would say your contribution to it is probably like 70-30.
Fine. That's still fucking shocking.
Like there were just things with the music where I was like, okay, instead of this, I'm gonna try this. And there were a couple lines that I was like, maybe this would work better than this. And I was like, can I change any of the stuff you wrote? And you're like, I wrote stuff.
yeah. Like, feel fucking free.
Wow.
You could get away with all the songwriting royalties. 'Cause
You can tell me I wrote it all day long.
It's been a while since I know there's so much shit that I've written where I'm just like, oh man, like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like what? And
That's
last week after the show when we were talking about songwriting structure and all that, like, I and you were like, you said something about like how you don't know if songwriting structure is, I don't know how you're saying, but whatever. I don't fucking know how somebody writes musical shit. Like, I don't. That is so goddamn foreign to me. It's insane. And maybe you think it's easy. It is fucking not.
It's definitely not.
I will
It's
give
not
you
at
a
all.
beat, and like I know what sounds right under music. I don't know how music is put together.
I'll write a literal plot summary of a terrible horror movie. That's what I'll do for you.
I mean,
and then I'll try and sing it over your music.
I understand Weird Al because that's easy to like change the lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
But like when
Creating something out of nothing.
fucking foreign as hell to me.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
understand how it happens.
Obviously you're going to take inspiration from stuff though, but like you're not just parodying something.
Right, and even like when I've sat down the time or two to like write song lyrics, that's why it's hard for me to contribute in that way, because I don't fucking know how you do it. Like, how do you write lyrics without a tune in your head? And maybe that's my problem. That's my problem. I don't have like if I have a tune, it's somebody else's tune.
Because I look at lyrics I wrote, and then I'm like, how do I actually put music?
Yeah.
To this?
Yeah.
Or I look at music I wrote, and I'm like, what goes over this?
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, that's part of what was so mind-blowing with Blind Dead was like, wait, these lyrics sound like they fit this music, and I wrote it? I wrote these lyrics?
No, I genuinely think that's a good song.
Yeah, I'm proud
Yeah,
of it.
it's awesome.
Zach started a Discord for us. Well, it's mainly for the project he's working on with Phil and Boney.
Okay.
But he invited me into it, and he was like, you should post your shit there. And I was kind of weary about it because Zach's like learning, and he doesn't have the like he's using Amplitude, so it's just a very raw sound right now. And the stuff I've worked on, I've actually put through mixing stuff and like fine-tuned it and everything. So there is like this little doubt there. It's like, if I post something that's finished while they're still like brainstorming raw ideas, I'm gonna look like an asshole.
Right.
But Zach's like, you gotta post this. So I posted something, and fucking 5 seconds later, Phil's like, oh yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for posting a finished track.
Yeah.
It's like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird being in this like day and age and doing music. It's
Yeah.
the technology and being is wild.
It's one of those weird things that's like, it sucks because I've heard some really awful sounding music. I like some really awful sounding music. I like stuff that essentially sounds like fuzz with a drum somewhere in there that was recorded in a closet in 1980.
With the microphone inside a shoebox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like shit like that turns out to be like classic music. It inspired millions of people.
Present company included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I listen to what I've recorded, and there's no doubt in my mind it sounds better than that.
So much
light years better than
Yeah.
that. But I'm like, if I put this out and something sounds like shit, people are going to be like, that sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I have to imagine all the feedback you got on that demo of Blind Dead has been positive.
Yeah, because no one's enough of an asshole to be like, this really ain't it, dude.
I mean, you could have told me that was a finished
None of our
track, and I probably
friends
would've
are
fine.
enough of an asshole to be like, this really ain't it, dude.
Well,
Now they
I
might
just
turn
don't think
around to
that's
someone
the-
else and do that.
I just don't think that's the case, though. I think it's a genuinely good track.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, people who've talked about it to me seem to like it.
Yeah. I mean, you know me. Like, I'm not going to say, like, no, I, like, actually really like that unless I do.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't actually
If
like
Doug
it, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
If Doug forgot about it, that tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
Doug
like-
recorded vocals for it, so
Yeah.
we know he was at least interested.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I still actually listen to it sometimes. I'll just be like, I'll just get it in my head and I'll go to YouTube and listen to it. So.
Yeah, I was listening to it the other day
Yeah.
on my way home from Lowe's.
Yeah, we got. I think we got
It's
like
my
3
buying
likes
new
now.
light switches music.
I think the video has 3 likes over the course of 5 years,
Oh.
and 2 of them might be me.
I'm pretty sure one of them was me.
Oh, hell yeah.
I didn't like my own
Hey,
song.
we like this song.
Apparently, I didn't like the song I wrote. Lyrics are shit.
I just want everybody to know I just boned Josh, and he did it with
Double,
2 fists,
yep.
Yeah.
and I did it with 1.
I had to use both hands I used to like it.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you get around YouTube only letting you like
Yeah.
something once.
Yeah,
You do it with
left
each
and
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I dig it.
Mhm.
I dig it. I dig a lot of the stuff we've done.
I haven't heard any of it, so I wouldn't fucking know. I may have actually heard something. I think you might have played me like a drum track or something from another song.
I can play you something when we wrap the show up, and it's 9:15, so let's play some games.
Yeah, let's play games.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck, I'm the champ again, huh?
You are the champ.
Heavy is the head that wears the.
Fuck.
The champ is
Butterweight
here.
Heavy is
champ is
every
here.
part of who wears the butterweight belt. There's only one body part I can think of there that's not heavy. We'll leave you. Let
we'll
you
figure that
imagine.
one out.
Yeah. It's my dick.
Spock, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser.
Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise?
No, Spock, it happened in Florida.
Our states this week, they are Florida, Kansas, and New York.
Ooh.
Headline number 1.
I can't wait till I go to cut this show because I'll look for the point where I put the marker.
I'm just gonna be like, ooh. And it's gonna be like right before
Yep,
another
yeah.
like fairly loud sound.
Yeah, that is that's gonna be a little treat for me.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Headline number 1. Man accused of attacking woman with feces is once again in trouble with the law after throwing a dumbbell through a storage facility window.
I can't throw poo.
I'll throw weights. Yeah, that's. I don't know if that actually is better or worse.
Headline number 2. Man arrested after being found asleep with a handgun and bag of heroin just outside the police station. That'd really suck if he was like on his way to turn him in. Like, God,
Yeah.
I found these things.
Yeah,
But he was just so tired.
He didn't.
Like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll
It
do
was-
it after this nap.
Yeah, I'm real tired. I walked here. I ain't got no car. I was just looking for a reward, but I fell asleep.
Surely the police
Wow.
wouldn't mind if I crashed here. Just for a moment.
Yeah. Non-junkies do sometimes take naps right outside the police
Yeah,
station.
exactly.
Yeah.
Final headline. Customer spots OnlyFans charges after visiting a Dairy Queen drive-thru, which leads to the arrest of the cashier.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, support your content creators on OnlyFans.
Sure.
But do it with your fucking credit card.
Headline number 4. Josh lost his job at Dairy Queen.
Josh, use your own fucking credit card.
So expensive.
Say, I'm pretty sure you got those paid down now, right?
Oh, yeah.
You could put a couple of charges on there
Yeah.
for Mindy.
They ain't fucking getting me.
I don't know who
Tell
Mindy
you,
is.
the Mindy Main was a wonderful porn star.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have to look her up.
Mindy
I've got
Mayhem?
I've got a naked body for every name you throw at me.
Mindy Main?
This guy porns.
Did you say Mindy Main?
Yes.
M-A-I-N?
I-N.
No, I heard meme.
Uh,
I'm real fucked up tonight.
she just really likes arcade games.
Meme. No, I wasn't thinking that
Sounds
kind of
like
meme.
Oh.
I was thinking the kind of,
Yeah.
where the meat comes from.
Well, you can tell what I'm thinking. I just really like arcade games.
Ken slide me a note under the table. Like, can I get a link?
Oh, boy. All right. So we got Florida, New York, and you say Kansas or Oklahoma? Okay.
Florida,
They're
New
the
York,
same
Kansas.
state. Kansas. All right. The heroin and the gun. It's a toss-up. I don't think it's Florida. I think if you do heroin in Florida, you're
A congressman.
yeah, like you're not falling asleep outside of the police station if you're doing heroin in Florida. You've actually got your shit together more than the other druggies in Florida. So I'm gonna say New York is the heroin and the gun.
All right.
The throwing dumbbells. I'm gonna put that in Florida. I'll put that in Florida.
Okay.
And then what was the other story?
The OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'll put that in Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the only one I'm sure of.
You sure that's Kansas?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. I've got a good feeling that's Kansas.
It feels very
doesn't it?
Kansas. Yeah.
So I'll put the falling asleep outside the police station in Florida and the poo flinging in New York City.
Okay.
New York City.
I might have fucked you on this
You
one
might have.
because I was pretty sure that the heroin's not Florida.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Florida and new
Fucked yourself.
butterweight champion
I
of the
fucked
world,
Which I am wont to do.
going 3 for 3. It's the red meat babyface.
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Florida was our good Samaritan. Kansas was OnlyFans, and New York was the barbell.
New York was the barbell.
I did have a pretty good feeling about that. That was my gut instinct. It's probably New York.
And New York is a very shit-throwing town. It's like that song, New York, New York, it's a shit-throwing town.
Yeah. I am glad to know that our instincts about Kansas were correct, though. Sorry, Kansas, but you're stealing credit cards to
like
spend the money on
Queen
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of state you are. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry that's the kind of state you are, but I'm not sorry we called it out.
Oh, man. Do you have it on actually, or should I go to the joke of the week?
Oh, I could definitely do it on actually.
I am old. It's late.
That motherfucker comes through that door. I'm pushing him right back out this week.
Yeah, we were here till like 11 last week, weren't we?
Door opens, it's Casey. Shoulder tackle. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Fuck, where was it? There is actually a Futurama one that I was going to tell.
Ooh, this is a little light for me.
So that's,
I have watched the entire series.
Got it. The Planet Express employees that we meet in Futurama's first season appear to be a ragtag group of aliens and weirdos, but despite their differences, only Dr. John Zoidberg is from a different planet.
Actually, Dr. Zoidberg, his first name is not John?
Nope, that's incorrect.
Oh.
Actually, Zoidberg is not a doctor?
Believe it or not, that's incorrect.
Actually, Zoidberg is from that planet?
Oh, that's incorrect.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Hey, you got me stumped.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not...
Actually, Amy Wong is from Mars.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Like
I think her parents own a decent chunk of it, actually.
I've watched the whole series, but it's not like a fresh thing that I remember.
Yeah, you got to reach back pretty.
It
deep
didn't
for
hit as
Futurama.
hard. It's a good show. I liked it, but it didn't hit as hard enough for me to really remember. Especially that fucking dog episode. Fuck that episode.
You remember Amy though, right? She's the hot one.
Yeah.
That was her role in the show.
If the name didn't give it away, she's Asian.
Yep.
Well, she's Martian.
I guess she is Martian, actually. Martian by way of Asia.
Yep.
Hey, time for the joke of the week.
All right.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
What do gangsters put on their nachos?
What kind of gangsters?
Just gangsters.
Like mafia gangsters or like street gangsters?
It could be street gangsters.
Okay, because mafia gangsters, you better not say that fucking cheese with the 2 Z's and say it wrong.
Yeah. Actually.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, you gotta say it like a fucking asshole.
Yep. Look, to be fair, that's how Italians...
Yeah, I know it is.
Like, in Italy. That's how you speak Italian.
It absolutely is.
Your accent is asshole.
But the problem is you have to correct everybody.
Yes, that's true.
How do gangsters...
What do gangsters...
Street gangsters put on their nachos? Crips.
What do gangsters put on their nachos?
I don't know.
Guacamole! Joke of the week, everybody.
Oh, the delivery sold that one.
It did.
But you cannot fuck around with...
You're fired, Adam. You're all washed up in this business.